Hello, everyone. This is Michael O'Brien, Enjoy Magazine sales manager. This is a little video I put together as an orientation on the philosophy of Enjoy Magazine. We created this a while ago and have been living by it ever since. It's called our core values, and I will share that with you in a moment, but I thought I'd also introduce you to a little bit of our history. This is a slide from our website, Enjoy Magazine. It's on the house. We created that at the very beginning of the game because Enjoy was a product of in-house marketing and design, and it's a complimentary or free publication. So we've used this since October 2006 when we launched our inaugural issue. I want to introduce you to the team, a little bit about where we came from. Michelle Adams is a co-publisher, Yvonne Mazzata, co-publisher. They are the owners of the company. Rhonda Ball is our editor-in-chief. James Mazzata, who is Yvonne's husband, is the Enjoy the Store director. He's the company photographer, new business developer, and he also is a salesperson for us. I am responsible for sales and have been a salesperson for every issue but the very first one. I wrote a story for that on a location for birding in the Reading area. Carrie Reagan is our copy editor. We also have other salespeople that are part of the team as well. And here's one of the latest group shots we've had. Hopefully you can see my cursor. This is Kevin. He's one of our salespeople. Yvonne, James, MOB, Michelle, Rhonda, Kat, who is our store manager. And this is Emily, who was with us. She's no longer with our team. She's alive and well, but has moved on to other things. She was an administrative person in our office. This group here, Yvonne, James, me, Michelle, and Rhonda all came from a company called KMS. We were in professional hair care. James's father, Jamie, owned the company in Reading and sold it. We were all part of the marketing department. 3 years after the sale, the new company moved all marketing to Baltimore, Maryland. We didn't want to go. So Michelle and Yvonne walked out of that building with a contract to continue to do marketing as contractors. And they started in-house marketing and design. And a year later, the magazine was born from an idea that James and Yvonne had from a magazine that James's mom had read down in Visalia, California. And they got together and decided that Reading needed a similar magazine. So with the international marketing acumen that Yvonne and Michelle had from working on a hair care product line that was sold exclusively in salons worldwide, they applied that to creating a publication that showed off the best of the North State. And that's where we came from. Interesting history, a lot more detail and stories for some other time, but this will give you an idea of where we all came from. I was with KMS when I started there when I was 22. Michelle was 19. I knew James when he was 16. James and Yvonne have been together for decades. They have 3 sons. And then Rhonda was also, she started with KMS, I think in the early 2000s, but has been with us and is a rock in our organization. She puts the whole magazine together every month and is also a community face of the magazine as well. Very involved. So it's an incredible team, and we've all known and loved each other for decades. Core values, what does that mean? Well, we wanted to create something meaningful for our organization a long time ago when we first started, and we all got together with some outside help and created this document. And basically, it's become our approach. We joke a lot of times about things being enjoyable because of our name. And the Enjoy sales approach encompasses the Enjoy core values, which is why I'm making this video for our sales team. So here are the aspects of our core values. The first thing is we're remarkable. We are worth talking about. We're worth noticing. We're exceptional. We're new. Even though we've been around for 16 years, we live in newness every month when we publish this thing. When we first started publishing, we were worried that we'd run out of things to write about and businesses that would advertise. And 16 years later, there's not even close to being a shortage of either one. We're interesting. We're never boring because boring is invisible. We are highly visible. The Enjoy brand in the North State is highly visible. Next, we are excellent. Excellent is doing ordinary things extraordinarily well. We provide the best quality in everything we do, from design to editorial to customer service and everything in between. Each thing we do, no matter how big or small, is an opportunity to show excellence. We are encouraging. There is nothing better than the encouragement of good friends. We build one another up with positive and caring words. Attitudes are contagious. Ours is always positive. It's hard not to be positive when we work to produce something that only shows the positivity of our area. We're empowering. Be the change you want to see in the world, is oft repeated words from Gandhi. We empower our talented team to take the initiative, solve the problem, make the decision. And that applies to sales as well. Teamwork. We are a team, more like a family, supportive of each other's efforts, loyal to one another, willing to pitch in when needed. There's nobody around here that says that's not my job. It's hard to do that when you're in a small organization. That's our mentality. We're part of a community. We benefit the communities in which we live, work, and play with what we publish, because we're focused on the community. That really is the name of the story. Enjoyment. We create a positive experience for all involved, from reader to advertiser to our team. We love, live, and have fun. Everything we do and in which we are involved is enjoyable. And how do we determine if it's enjoyable? Before we do, say, or act, or otherwise get involved with anything regarding enjoy, we ask ourselves, is it enjoyable? If the answer is yes, then we move forward with our core values in play. If the answer is no, then our decision is made and we pass on the opportunity. It's that simple and powerful. So I wanted to share something with you, especially if you're taking a look at this as a new salesperson with Enjoy, or a new of anything. This applies to doing something that you're going to create some competency in. And this is called the 4 levels of competence. I stole this from somewhere way back in my past, but it's an excellent overview, an attitude adjustment on how to approach this new career of sales. The first level of competence is you are unconsciously incompetent. And that means you don't know that you don't know. Very enthusiastic. Actually, I think I have a slide for this. There you go. You're enthusiastic, confident, and determined. You have no idea what's going on, but you're excited. That's where everybody is when they sign up to sell ads for Enjoy. Everybody's got their people they want to see and their parts of town they want to hit. And they're wondering in their mind, I wonder if they advertise. And oh yeah, I knew a business when I used to go to a florist when I was, getting married, and maybe they'd want to advertise. All those things run through your head, which is awesome. But then comes consciously incompetent. You know that you don't know, meaning after a while you want to do all these things, but there's aspects of doing the job that you should know, but you don't. You are aware of your incompetency, and it creates frustration, doubt, and fear. This is the hardest thing to push through. Most people get to this point and quit. And usually when people quit, it's right at the edge of breakthrough. So this is the part that everybody needs to push through with anything you're trying to develop competency in. Because what comes next is you're consciously competent. You know that you know. You're thoughtful, you plan, you've got skills, but you still have to think about what you do. A situation comes up and you have to think and plan and figure things out, because it doesn't come quite naturally yet, but eventually it does, where you become unconsciously competent. You act without having to think on a good basis. And you're an expert, a mentor, and you're successful. that's where you'll end up eventually, by continuing to do the things that are successful over and over again. Malcolm Gladwell talks about the 10,000 hours it takes to become an expert at something. I'm not sure if it'll take, I know I put 10,000 hours in this over the past 16 years, but I think this can come without that much time, but the concept is there. And then last, while you're engaging in your Enjoy Magazine career, I encourage you to look at the road you're on. Be willing to say to yourself, you're on the right road and you're doing okay, you're succeeding. Too frequently, we become adept at pointing out our flaws and identifying our failures. We become equally adept at citing our achievements, or when we do that, we will succeed. So again, negative self-talk happens. We need to be thinking about the things we've done right instead of dwelling on the things we've done wrong. Identify things you are doing now that you weren't doing a month ago, 6 months ago, a year ago. What habits have changed? Chart your progress. Doing well once or twice is relatively easy. Continuously moving ahead is tough, in part because we so easily revert to old habits and former lifestyles. Over the long run, you need to give yourself regular feedback to monitor your performance and reinforce yourself positively. Don't wait for an award ceremony, promotion, friend, or mentor to show appreciation for your work. Take pride in your own efforts on a daily basis. This is from Dennis Waitley. If you want some really good motivation and self-improvement work, Dennis Waitley is an awesome mentor to have. Very well published. His information's everywhere. But I give that to you to remind you that this, when we live in sales, we live in a world of no. 90% of the people you talk to are going to say no, they're not going to advertise and Enjoy. I do a little trick by telling myself they're telling me not yet. And you can also do the old, for every no you get, you're one step closer to yes. The mind games that we play, but the bottom line is you take pride in your own efforts on a daily basis and count the things that you've done correctly, and then work on things that you aren't to improve. Very simple concept, but in sales, this is critical. I personally want to thank you for joining our team, our sales team. I know that Enjoy Magazine is a massively important part of the North State. Our sales team is critical to sell advertising within the pages of Enjoy. I've always said that the ads tell as much of the story about our area as do the articles. And a lot of people read the magazine just to see the ads. I've had people tell me, I look at every single ad, I read it cover to cover, because they know that the ads are telling a story about the North State as much as the articles do. So we have a critical role in bringing community through Enjoy Magazine to the community and driving income to allow us to continue to do this and bring this publication to the North State. I look forward to working with each one of you. I'm available when you're feeling consciously incompetent, especially. I've been there. Again, looking forward to working with you, and thanks for watching.